What's up, everybody? My name is Eric Wilson. I'm a music producer, CEO of Scratchpaper Productions, and a student down here at Tri-C in the Recording Arts and Technology Department. And I'm going to show y'all how I personally use parallel compression. Some people call it New York compression. I'm in Cleveland, so we would call it Cleveland compression. You feel me? All right. Here we go. I'm going to bring up this session. I already got it set up, and I'm going to play it so you can hear how it sounds beforehand. Then I'm going to do the parallel compression, and then you can compare and see the difference on why or why not you may want to use parallel compression. Here we go. All right, everybody, let's get into this parallel compression. As you can see, I have my session laid out, something I call Smoke 2. And basically I have, you see kick, bongo, cymbals, bass, guitar, high string, low string, piano, piano 2 piece. But we're only going to focus on the drums. Most of the time when people use parallel compression is really about the kick and the snare. Every now and then they might, send some other things over to the compressor. But usually it's about that kick and that snare cutting through the mix better than if they just leave it, with good levels and all of that. You want that snap. And in New York, that's the sound, like a gritty, snappy sound, and that's why parallel compression is also called New York compression. They're like the pioneers of it. So the first thing that we want to do is create a stereo auxiliary track. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to actually put it right next to my kick and bongos. That way it's right in the realm of things and I don't have to go searching for it. Just imagine if this was one of those mixes with like an unlimited amount of tracks. You want to try to keep certain buses in this manner close to where you're working at. So here we go. Go up to track, new track. I'm going to make sure it's stereo. It's going to be on auxiliary input. Create. We're going to label this drum compressor. I'm going to say comp. And there we go. Now what I want to do is create an input. It's going to be a bus, of course, so I'm going to change my input to the first available bus, which happens to be 3 and 4. Over here, as you can see, I already had my tracks routed to 3 and 4, but I'm going to take these away just in case you guys at home don't know how to create these buses. And I'm going to do it one at a time. So I'm going to go over here to my sends. This is my kick track. I'm going to create a send, and I'm going to send it to the drum compressor, which is 3 and 4. I'm going to make it pre-fader. And I'm going to bring the fader up to unity gain. And that's that. And then I'm going to do the same for the bongos by just option dragging it over. There you go. So we have our kick and our bongos with sends going over to our drum compression track. All right, so now I need to put a compressor up here on the auxiliary track. So I'm going to go up here to my first insert, multi-channel plugin, dynamics, and I'm going to pick Pro Tools default compressor. And with New York compression, what you really want to do is you want to really smash the heck out of the track. So, as anything up to 9:1 as far as ratio is, regular compression. After 10:1, starting at 10:1, you consider that limiting. We're going to really limit this. Matter of fact, we're going to make it limitless. So we're going to take this ratio and we're going to go just max it out. Anywhere past 10 is okay, but I'm just going to be real exaggerated about it. I'm at 62.7 over 1, 62.7 to 1. I'm going to leave the attack the same. I'm going to leave the release the same, the knee the same. I'm going to smash it with my threshold. And I'm going to make up for the 8.5 dB that I just lost with the threshold. I'm going to make that up with about 8 dB of makeup gain. That'll work. Don't have to be exact because it's going to be the fader of the auxiliary track that's going to do most of the work. So that's basically compressing the heck out of the track. So let's get rid of that. So now we have our kick and bongos bust over to our new auxiliary input, which we labeled drum compressor. We have put the plug-in up here, made it, you know, way beyond just limiting, and that's what we have. So what I'm going to do is command solo this auxiliary track. My stereo bus is already command soloed, and I'm going to let you hear this without compression, with all the music playing. So this is the track without any parallel compression. And remember, I have the kick and the bongos going over there. Right now, I have the compressor muted. As soon as the bongos come in, I want you to listen to it. Try to memorize or, remember what it sounds like before I add the compression. Let me bring this fader down. Unmute it. All right. Now I'm going to slowly bring in the drum compression and listen very closely, and you're going to see the sound get a lot more, snappy, more impactful. It's going to cut through a whole lot better just for me bringing up this fader. And you're going to bring this fader up to where you like it, where it's comfortable for you. It's your mix. Okay. All right, I brought it up. Hopefully you can hear the difference. I'm going to mute it. Here's with compression, and here's without. Without, and with. Did you see how those bongos just popped out as soon as I, let the compressor work? That's the whole idea, is to really have those things that you got sent over to the compressor really stand out. And that's basically what parallel compressor is. Parallel compression is. So let's hear this with everything else muted, except for the drums. Okay? All right. With compression, without compression. And there you have it. Parallel compression. Hope you guys got a lot out of that. Alright everybody, I hope y'all learned something from that. That's called parallel compression, Eric Wilson style. Matter of fact, check out.